Hi, and welcome back to my journey. I know it's been a while. Um, last I spoke with you guys, I had started doing dry micro tapering, um, and as of either today or tomorrow, I'll put it in the description, but I'll be down 1 milligram doing it that way. Um, I had said when I started this that I wouldn't come on camera unless I was feeling up to it, and it's been a little more busy because of my daughter being home from school or from because of summer and whatnot. But I've been we'll just say I haven't felt up to coming on camera. Today's a little better. I'll just put it that way. I saw Jocelyn, I apologize, from Benzo Brand. She just did her 3-year update, and I appreciated in hers that she said that she did the same thing because I was always in awe of how good she was doing. And I've had some people comment to me about the same thing. And just so you know, I only turn the camera on and start talking if I'm doing well. So if you look at it and go, oh, how come mine's not going like that? Well, because it's kind of like Facebook and any other social media. I'm only showing you my highlight reel, if you will. Um, First, let me start off by saying to all the people again, thank you. Thank you for those that we talk to on a more of a regular basis. For some of you, we've talked, and now I owe you a reply. Like I said, I've been kind of out of it, so I'll try to catch back up on that as things go. For those of you who are wondering if why, because I had to somebody asked me the question, why did I stop water titration? For the same reason everybody does anything with this, I was hoping to make it easier. And then the question would be, is it easier doing it dry? For me, mentally, a little bit. There's like one or so less steps. But because the scales are so flaky, there's always that in the back of your mind. And honestly, I've been feeling kind of whatever. About when I say whatever, I've been feeling kind of low. So I think it's been kind of forcing me. I don't you when I hold, but again, you're playing with you're doing a third decimal point. So when you're holding, you're trying to get as close to that width, and you're shaving powder off of a pill. So there's some days that a hold for me will to be 1 decimal point difference, or sometimes I get lucky and I'll get it right on. But even weighing a pill from one day to the next, they don't weigh the same. So you gotta go with the inaccuracy, if you will, of it. Kind of outweighs itself. I kind of came to a conclusion with weighing some pills and taking the average that my wife and I decided that 0.085 was exactly half a pill. Well, just because I'm basically there. So the other day I cut one in half, and I felt like I got a really good cut, and I put it on the scale, and it came up 0.085, and I put the other one there, and it was 0.084, and it was bouncing up to 5.4, 5.4. So that kind of gave me some reassurance that even though it seems kind of flaky, that it's there. Now, for those of you that are doing water titration and you're happy with it, keep doing that. Like I said, there's no guarantee that I won't go back to it. As of today, I think it'll be tonight. I am officially halfway through from where I started when I started doing this journey. At least I'm pretty sure when I started. I think I started pretty much when I switched from Klonopin over to Valium. I was at 48 milligrams. So if I'm right, I'll be at 28 milligrams. So actually, no, that's not half. So I'm 20 milligrams down. So that's something to be excited about, I guess. At the same time, I realize there's a ways to go. I'm not going to say a long ways because I have to keep it positive and say, everybody keeps telling me you don't know, and I don't know. None of us know. At this point, and again, I wanted to come back on when I had something really to say, and I don't have a lot to say other than I wanted to talk about the dry cutting. I wanted to thank everybody who's out there. And one of the things that I've realized through this too is when people say it gets hard, and it gets hard on everyone, the whole family. So whether you're watching this as a caregiver or someone who's going through this, you're so much stronger than you know. You're so much braver than you know. For someone like myself, and I know a lot of you, this includes a ton of you, being pretty much housebound has made me realize the name of my my channel, Learning to Let Go. I had to let go of so much, and it seems like it's still mounting. Thankfully, right now, I haven't had to let go of a spouse or anything like that. I know a lot of you have. I know in terms of that, I'm blessed. For the friends that I've met through this, one, I'm sorry that this is the way we met, but two, you guys are godsends. Thank you. I know July 11th coming up is World Benzodiazepine Awareness Day. And I told myself that I was going to make a special video just for that. And maybe I will. We'll see how things are going. I want to, because I'm doing this to pay it forward to people, and for people who are ahead of me, for people who are behind me, however you want to look at that. Because, it really is with this recovery, you don't know where you're at, but I guess for me, I look at it in terms of numbers. I'm at 28 milligrams. I started at 48, so I'm making progress. And even with that being said, I'm not sleeping as well. I've always said I've slept very well, and I'm still sleeping. So I understand some of you out there. I've been where I've gone months without sleeping. And before I ever started doing these videos. So when I say I'm having some restless nights, don't anybody go boo-hoo, because I'm just kind of whining because I was sleeping. I think the last time I was talking, I was sleeping a lot, and I still have that feeling. I'm just exhausted all the time, just not sleeping as well. But again, I'm not tying that to dry cutting. So those that are dry cutting, don't read anything into that. Again, this is my journey, not yours. I know I do it too. So if you're watching somebody go, oh well, that's why. And now I just I would like to go see my holistic doctor. That is a part of my journey. I would like to, have him go through with muscle testing and see where I'm at with some things, especially my liver, to see how it's, if it's still functioning optimally. So I can, detoxing and whatnot. I have gone to eating a lot more greens. I've done the paleo diet now since we all have to label diets, but that's the one that I've been doing. But I realized that I wasn't getting anywhere near enough greens. So because magnesium is so important and greens are full of it. So I've been doing that the last couple of weeks. So actually, in all honesty, maybe the last 3 weeks now. So some of this could be a detox, possibly, symptoms, because my body's like, oh, okay, we've got some nutrients that we can work with here. So it could be that. I don't know. I'm hoping, because, I'm thinking about, the more you can do. That's one thing I've learned too about this, for anybody that's still, because I know historically no one's watching at this point, but if you're still listening to me, you have to change everything about your life. Your diet, it has to change, whether you like it or not. It has to become as healthy and as clean as you can possibly maintain your sanity and your budget will allow. As far as saying no to things that sometimes you have no choice but to say no, and sometimes you feel like I could maybe if I put and I do that sometimes. Maybe you push yourself, and then you're a wreck for 2 or 3 days. So you really have to practice self-love, and let go of everything you thought you knew, I guess. Anyway, like I said, I don't really have, the Benzodiazepine Awareness Day, for those of you who don't know about it, you can go to w-bad, B-A-D, for Benzodiazepine Awareness Day.org. It's a pretty cool website. It's got a lot of information there. They started it 2 years ago. It's on July 11th because that is Professor Heather Ashton's birthday. So in honor of her, I believe that's why they're doing it on that day. This year will be, I think, the third year since it went into existence. So like I said, I may do something specifically for that, and the video would look something like, does this sound familiar? Because when I was first put on medications and then things got worse and they switched me to a different form of benzodiazepine, something like that, just to let people know that, hey, this is a real thing. Some of the things that you're going through, the doctor's saying, oh, you're just getting worse, in my opinion. things are just getting worse could very well be attributed, in my opinion, and to opinion of some other people, to the drug. Again, I'm not a doctor, so consult with your doctor. Your miles may vary, as they say. I really just wanted to get on here just to let everybody know that I'm okay. I'm still hanging in there. Yes, this still sucks, but still here, not giving up. I've seen, which is kind of nice actually, I've seen 3 or 4 people that I really kind of have admired because they had, a lot more videos out there for people to watch, who kind of disappeared. And I've seen them over the last month or so come back. And they've done, like I said, Jocelyn with Benzo Brains was somebody who I really admire. So if you ever watch this, Jocelyn, thank you for everything you've done. But she did her 3-year update. In some ways that was a little tough because, she's not 100%, but she's sure a hell of a lot better than she was. So that's cool. She doesn't really give you exactly where she's at, but I mean, in a way she kind of does. So, but you can just see how much better she is, so. And other people, Ant, a lot of people know him. I'm sorry, Ant, I don't know the numbers after for, but he just did an update recently. Another one that he was one of the first videos I think I ever watched, and he was on 120 milligrams of Valium. So it gave me hope that there was hope, that if somebody could come back from that even though I had been on it for a very long time and I was at a fairly high dose, that it was possible, it was doable. If another person can do it, so can I. And I think, again, that's why I make these videos, that's why I do that, is just to bring awareness, to, for people to see that, hey, there's somebody else like me. And the third is for me. I did it just for my own sanity, to put it there. And I really didn't expect. I think right now there's 86 people that have subscribed, and God bless every one of you. Not because this is going to ever make me any money or whatever, but you're watching this because you must be going through it, or you're supporting somebody who is. So I hope that a ramble like this probably isn't going to give you much, but I hope from time to time, if I talk about a supplement that I take, and again, we're all different, so I'm careful about that as well. But I did one video on that, but I think I'm going to talk some more about some of the other things that I take. People send me things all the time about stuff that's helping them. There's one, it's a drug, but I have read some really good things about it, but I just can't go there yet. I'm going to make this really, really quick. I was looking into a doctor who I've actually seen comments from people that have subscribed to my channel on his thing. I'm not going to mention the doctor, but he lives very, very, very close to me. And I really thought maybe he was the answer. Now, he is super expensive. But I just got to a point where I was asking questions of them, and I got one answer back from the doctor, which was a pretty impressive answer, but and it is a detox, which I know run for the hills, but this one sounded like he actually knew what he was doing. But I can't get the last few questions that I really need answered. So for right now, I'm just letting that go. I know I've never mentioned that before, but I'm going to mention it now. So if I bring it back up again, of course, obviously, if I find something, regardless of what the cost is, whatever, I will definitely share it with you guys. But as of right now, I put that on hold. I've gotten some other opinions from some other doctors and whatever, and they haven't been positive. Now, I don't know, a lot of things, but the one person, I trust their advice. So for right now, I'm gonna let that die, which I have to be honest with you, maybe that was part of it too, because I really thought I had found something that, given their protocol, maybe within 5 weeks to 10 weeks, maybe I could be done. And I think I put a lot more stock in that than I had thought, because when I finally came to the realization that it probably wasn't a thing, that I took it pretty hard, to say the least. But anyway, love and light to all of you. I mean, I can't say that enough to the people who have reached out to me, to the people that are just there. If you're hearing my voice right now, thank you. You're helping me more than I can. I mean, people thank me, and I think it's funny because I click record, I blabber on, and then you guys reach out to me and you send me love, and you send me just comments and talking back and forth and giving me ideas, and But for the people, and there's other people that really truly just are there to support me, and I'm doing everything I can to return the favor to everyone who's, if you're willing to post a comment, I promise I'll return the favor, and I'll give you as much information as I can give you, anything that I know, anything, or I'll put you in contact with somebody. People have done that for me. So it's been a real godsend. Anyway, love and life to every single one of you. I love you all. I'm sorry that this is the thing, and God willing, it won't be. We'll all get through this and we'll come out the other side. And then for the people behind us, they'll see our videos and they'll see our testimonials and they'll see what we've been through. And because I'm not going to give up on this after I'm done, and we can make this a thing of the past. And again, I still can't blame the medication or even the doctors. I'm still not there. Maybe one of these days I mean, there's days that I want to get on here and just scream at the camera and but I still think everybody's doing the best they can with what they know. And that's why I think this is so important, that people spread awareness, whether it's through email, whether it's through support groups, whether it's through YouTube channels, whatever, however, and whatever it is that you can do to bring awareness. And if you're just in your home doing, and you feel like I'm not doing anything, I promise you are. The fact that you're doing this, you're willing to do it, I believe we all are connected. So your strength is being broadcast out. I believe that with all my heart. And I know that. So again, I'm rambling. I love you all, and I will talk to you very much sooner than this last hiatus that I took. That's my intention. So that's what we'll try to make it stick to. And this is getting very long. So love and light, and God bless every one of you on your journey with this, and because I know how hard it is. So thanks, guys.